What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Shorty Mac TV. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment below, hit the notification bell so you're notified each time I upload a new video, and all those great YouTube things. So first, before I go into what I'm going to talk about today, I do want to make a brief announcement for my segment, Small Business Sundays. I will be premiering that every other Sunday. So it won't be every Sunday, it'll just be every 2 weeks. So I just want to put that out there if y'all were looking forward to that. But thank y'all for tuning in today. Check that out. Small Business Sundays Volume 1 is out, featuring my brother Mike Lou. But for today, I want to talk about, let's talk about it, Cuties, that movie that Netflix has coming out in September that everybody is in an uproar about because it's sexualizing children, and everybody has a reason to be in an uproar about it, because I find it highly disgusting that this is something that would be promoted, and the artwork that they chose, and even down to the title Cuties, all of that to me is disgusting. But I want to talk about how these people that are in a position of power and how they are trying to normalize pedophilia, and a way that they try to normalize is by over sexualizing children in such a way as that movie Cuties. Now, if y'all don't know what that is, it's some kind of documentary that's coming out on Netflix where it's like 11-year-old girls joining a twerk team or of some sort. I'll put the screenshot of it in the video, but I just find it highly disgusting that this is something that's being pushed, like 11-year-olds twerking and wearing little skimpy outfits, and as much as everybody is in an uproar and mad about Netflix, they have every right to be, but we also have to find those parents accountable, because those parents of those little girls signed off on this and somehow thought this was okay for, I don't know how much money they paid them, off for a check. And I just think it's insane, and we have to stop the over sexualization of our children, and I just hate that it's getting to a point where our kids are no longer being kids, like they're being stripped of their childhood at a younger and younger age. Like, these people are targeting our kids at such a young age, like even down to like the toys that's going on. I don't know if y'all hear, but there's little toys that are like grooming kids, and it's like in a sexual way. Recently there was a troll doll that had a button in the private parts of the troll doll, and when you press it, it makes like a little giggly noise. It sounds kind of sexual almost, and I'm just like, somebody signed off on that toy and thought it was okay, and I just don't think that is okay either. So parents got to be careful with the toys that their kids are playing with. Sad to say that you have to watch the toys that are your kids are playing with, because it's just crazy that these people are really trying to make this stuff normalized. And furthermore, Cuties wasn't like maybe the first thing that they are pushing out. Like, it's been all kind of other stuff that's out there, but I think because Netflix is a major platform, it got a lot of slack because everybody watched Netflix. But they've been sexualizing our children for years now, and people that basically run this country are all pedophiles, and they all are even trying to normalize this stuff. Even if you think about it, in some states the age of consent they have is like as young as 11 or 12, and I think that is fucking, sorry, excuse my language, I think that's freaking disgusting that you can have the age of consent from certain states to be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Anything under the age of 18 is ridiculous. How, no, like that is sad. Like, even somewhere like people, grown men are able to marry young kids at the youngest age of 15. Like, this is not okay. Like, kids should be kids. They shouldn't be stripped of their innocence like this, and they just preying on our kids like this, and it's sad. And I'm just happy that people are starting to see it right now. It's been going on for years, but now people are opening their eyes to see what's going on, and a lot of people are speaking up against it. Now Netflix issued a sad apology talking about whatever. I don't care what their apology was, but we want them to take that movie down completely. Like, that needs to be taken down. Like, they don't need to be premiering that movie. And I don't know if it's some petition out or anything for them to remove this, but they need to remove this. Apology is not enough. Now, furthermore, there is another documentary, I think on Amazon Prime, and it's called I, Pedophile. Now, this documentary is geared to try to understand the mind of a pedophile and say that it's a mental illness, and for us to try to understand the pedophile. Now, I don't, that's not more evidence that they try to push this pedophile stuff and normalize it. I don't know what is. And it's just sick. We got to save our children, and the sexualization of our children just have to stop, period. And some may argue that it's us that are adults that are sexualizing the children, and children are just being children. They don't know what they're doing. And the people that argue that, they're not lying. That's true. Sometimes it is us adults that over sexualize kids, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, we have to stop that. Like, let kids be kids. We don't have to dress them in that type of attire and stuff like that. And then there's people that argue, what about toddlers and tiaras? Nobody was in the outrage about that. I think toddlers and tiaras was creepy too. Like, to put little children in pageants and they dress up, and I don't know what they dress. I've never watched it, but it's like to dress little kids up and little adult attire and have little grown like adults in the audience cheering them on. It's just I don't like that. That's weird to me. Like, let kids be kids, man. And it even goes down to I hate to bring this up and connect the dots, but it goes down to the music as well. Like, the music has an effect on our kids too, whether y'all want to admit it or not. This new song, Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion WAP song, a lot of people are arguing Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B are not role models, and you shouldn't be letting your kids listen to that music anyways. And yes, that's true. That's also true. But we also know that kids still have a way of listening to that music. It's all on the apps that they be using, the TikTok, the song is everywhere. They see people twerking to the song, so they want to imitate what they see. They see their parents. Sometimes the parents listen to the music in front of their kids and they dancing to it, and the kids watching, and they dancing to it and all that type of stuff. All this stuff plays a factor into the grooming of our kids and promoting that, the sexuality and the music and all that type of stuff. It has an effect on our kids. And it's crazy because, like, a lot of people can't admit that the music industry has a big effect on the consumers, and it does. Because if you think about it, when we was young, when we was kids, we was listening to all those sexual explicit songs. We was dancing like we was grown adults at middle school with the little dances that they had. We doing stuff that we shouldn't have, that we had no business doing, listening to the songs that we had no business doing. And everybody was like, well, they listening, when we was young, we was listening to that music too, so what's the big deal? That's the problem. It's not okay. Now, I do agree that music is not designed to be something that lift us up and stuff like that, of course. But that when you constantly listen to trash and take in trash into your mental, that stuff has an effect on you as a person. Now, I will admit, I can't be no hypocrite. I listen to those type of music. I like to turn up every now and then, but I don't let it affect me and I don't know, just like control me, because like the music is like programming in itself. And it starts at a young age. They have all these the TV programming, then the music that they pump out, the music that they push. These record labels don't even push out good music that's gonna uplift people. They always promote trash, and I could go on about that, but all of this stuff ties in to the stuff that they're pumping into the music, the stuff that they're pumping into the media. It's all targeting our kids, and we need to do something about it and stop this. They need to remove that Cuties documentary off of Netflix because it's trash. That is not okay, and you should not have little 11-year-olds twerking in a team. Like, what is going on? And the parents, like, that's another thing that I could talk about without making this video too long. another factor into this whole situation is parents. A lot of times parents are pretty much pimping their kids out for a check. If I just want to be frank and keep it funky with y'all, but parents pimp their kids off too easily for a check. Now I get people are not in a situation where money is coming in frequently, and some people are living paycheck to paycheck, but you still have to think about, like, all money ain't good money. When you put your kid out into this type of environment for this type of money, it has an effect on your child. It has a mentally, when you take that innocent and strip it from that child, then it just plays a big factor on their well-being of what they would grow up to be. And so, like, I think it's very important that people let kids be kids. And I get it, like, your kids have a talent, you want to push that talent out and get them to make money off of it, but at what cost though? Your child's sanity, their likelihood, their mental state. People have to take that into factor when they want to get their kids out at such a young age to do such things like that, whether it's going into the music industry, whether it's going into acting. When you want to, the kids in Hollywood, you really have to be careful with them kids, because they are in front of stuff, a lot of stuff they see that they shouldn't be at such a young age, and they have access to that because what's going on, man. And I think it's, parents got to be careful when it comes to that too. All money ain't good money, and don't be so easy to sell your kid to the industry for a check. Now, the parents who allowed their kids to do this Cuties documentary, I just want to know what's going on in their head. I get it that they try to get a paycheck and all that type of stuff, but man, you sold your kid out, and this is what you want to pump, and you want other kids to look up to this, and other little kids be like, yeah, I want to twerk and all that. It's not okay. But that's just, I think that's all I gotta say on this topic. We gotta save our children, y'all. This pedophilia stuff has got to stop. These demons that run this country trying to normalize this stuff, but we're waking up to see what's going on, and we can put a stop to this, and we can do something about it. So I just encourage everybody to really pay attention to your kids. Watch your kids, watch what they're watching, watch what they're listening to, and also watch their environments, because they kidnapping kids and all this type of stuff, and all that stuff goes back to the pedophilia rings and all that type of stuff. But I won't go that deep into it. But thank y'all for tuning in. I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention. Everybody, we gotta save the youth, man. If not us, then who? So when I got home, I dug deeper on this Cuties documentary, and I did more research. So right here on the screen is the creator of the film Cuties. She's a 35-year-old French filmmaker, and the reason behind her creating this film is basically like the same reason that I was talking about the film. She talked about a day she saw at a neighborhood party a group of young girls aged around like 11 years old going up on stage and dancing in a very sensual way while wearing very revealing clothes. She said she was rather shocked and wondered if they were aware of the image of sexual availability that they were projecting. In the audience, there were also more traditional mothers, some of them wearing veils, and she said it was a real culture shock. She said, I was stunned, and I thought back to my childhood because I've often asked myself questions about my own femininity, about evolving between two cultures. And then right here is the original poster for Cuties in the French version. So it's just Netflix. Netflix is the blame for over sexualizing this film, because they are the ones who changed the poster to that ridiculous poster that we saw. But right here on the screen is the original poster. So I guess what she was doing was trying to stir up a conversation about how over sexualizing of children is not okay, and this documentary or film was something that wanted to kind of bring out that conversation. So I still agree that Netflix should pull this off, because it, although I get what she was gearing at, it might not be, I don't know, it might send out the wrong message to young children that are watching that documentary. But I do salute her for doing that. And yeah, that's all I got to add to this. But thank y'all for tuning in to Shorty Mac TV. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below. Hit the notification bell so you're notified each time I upload a new video. And see y'all on the next video. Bye.